The crew worldwide, from Cali to Twitter, real hardcore fans, boxing ass niggas, consistency cops, police the views, we'll pull up receipts for any debate you choose. Shout outs to Clan Archie for the dope production. Ring Gang stay with the best discussions. Ring Gang Radio.
Third topic of the night, as we all know, the upcoming fight between Canelo and Daniel Jacobs for 3 of the 4 middleweight belts is this weekend. In lieu of that happening, the Zone has been releasing episodes somewhat similar to the HBO 24/7 episodes of yesteryear for their big fights. LB, what was it called again?
What, 40 days or something?
Yeah, 40 days, something like that. Yeah, 40 days. So there've just been 2 episodes of that. Episode 2 actually just came out today. I actually watched it prior to this podcast. And, the first one, I was just like, okay. I mean, in terms of, I was like, I didn't want to give an opinion of those until, one was like, okay, maybe they might fix a flaw or whatever, and the 2 was like nothing was really fixed. So, LB, what do you think of those episodes?
Boring. Part 1 was so trash. I didn't feel compelled to damn watch episode 2. Like, real shit. It's like niggas is trying to make Canelo into the damn Mexicano Mayweather.
Right.
Nigga got no personality, showing off his cars and this and that. It's the same routine with this nigga. And Jacobs cool, but his routine is done as well. Like, tired of hearing this nigga talk about bouncing back from cancer and all this. And yeah, we know we good. That's cool. Like, bruh, like, there's people out there who got diseases and shit they ain't bounced back from yet. So,
right.
We proud of you, but gotta be some more else to talk about.
Right, and then with him, it was just, probably the most interesting part of that is the fact that his trainer knows how to fucking sew. That was in the second episode. Like sew from scratch because his grandma told him because he wants some fly custom made shit. And I was like, that's literally the only interesting thing in that episode regarding him. And that, he had his son. Who I noticed, was a video gamer and seemed to be a pretty hefty child. I won't go into any details, but, they had, or what I think the child should be doing. But he was over there, but at least he was in the gym, he was boxing somewhat. And I couldn't help but think.
Oh, the kid or Jacobs?
The kid was in there too, boxing.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, and I'm thinking to myself, this kid needs to stick with it. Like they need to take his video games away for a little bit and get him to train, because I think he needs to train, not to learn to fight, but to really train, And that was But other than that, like for him, it was just it was boring. It was just like, this, that, Canelo this, I want Canelo. Like, yeah, that's fine. But your life is just, taking
square ass niggas, that box and they got some money and yeah, that's cool. Like, honestly, I'd rather, and I ain't even trying to sound disrespectful, I feel like boxing is so big now. It's like we should be seeing new things, new shit, and it's like we keep fucking going over the same shit with these behind the scenes show. Like, if y'all niggas ain't gonna fucking show like y'all training and sparring and talking strategy and coaches and looking at tape and like real boxing shit.
Yeah, they had some of that for Jake. Well, they had mostly like the conditioning methods, having wearing that heart strap or whatever.
Yeah, enough for all of that shit, nigga. That ain't no boxing. Niggas want to see boxing training, my nigga. Like, your fucking jumping jacks and your push-ups, that's regular nigga shit, man. This is fucking boxing.
Right.
Like, let us see some sparring. I'm tired of these niggas on some shit where, they want to hide they sparring. Like, look, nigga, we can look at your real fucking fights, bro. Show some goddamn sparring. Like, no, honestly, that to me, that's scary nigga shit. Like, what the fuck are you doing in sparring that niggas can't see that niggas just can't figure out when they watch your fucking fights?
I mean,
the official fights.
Yeah, I remember.
Like, you ain't even gotta show like strategy. I'm just talking about just some little work. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly. I know, and it's just like, show some, I guess, I mean, also too, like showing videos of this dude taking pre-workouts, stuff like that, not interesting. You should, you should just let him fill his bottle of pre-workouts and then afterwards let him start talking. I don't, that part is just like, nah. And then with Canelo,
one of these shows.
right, and it's just like with Canelo, it's just like, I mean, everyone, it seems like, if you don't have a personality, follow the Mayweather blueprint. And that's what this is, it's just his cars, it's, just buying everything, trying to be something he's not, trying to be a Mexican Ric Flair or something like that. And it's
walk
just
around real slow and point the shit and make hand gestures to all the shit your money bought.
And on top of that, it's just like, for a guy that I assume that was supposed to be learning English or whatever, it's just, he's mostly just speaking Spanish with a couple of struggle English here and there. I'm just like, it's just like, yeah, I mean, outside, you don't have anything, so outside of your possessions, you don't have anything to say. Your training is very rudimentary. Nothing there. You're wearing a knee brace. That's pretty much about it. And then you're hitting, and then you're putting full force shots. What's that?
No, I'm saying like they showed him cooking in the episode, like because they stay having food for Canelo in these damn shows.
Right, and then they show him playing cards in the second episode. Just shit like that. But it's just like not interesting. It's like, it's just like Canelo is a boring guy. It's just like if I saw that, it's not gonna make me want to actually really see the fight anymore. It's just more like just off name is good enough. But if I watch any more of these episodes, I'll be like, fuck it, I don't want to even watch this fight.
Yeah, like that's the feel. It's like you don't feel no electricity, no energy. Like neither one of these niggas is really selling the fight like that. It's just they really making it feel on some passive ass. The battle of the Golovkin leftovers.
Right.
Like, man, okay. Like the fucking hearing Golovkin and Abel Sanchez talk about their split has been more interesting than these two niggas hype up their fight.
Right. And
just do something new. Do some. Show these niggas at meet and greet something. Interact with fans. Something like, geez, this some bare minimum shit.
I mean, shit, even HBO 24/7 had its fucking. I mean, we all, like I said, whether it was Miguel Cotto and his quote-unquote his best friend, or Marquez drinking his pee, or Margarito just being a complete asshole for various reasons, but it made you turn in and watch it. It was interesting. And it's just like, if you're gonna do...
People just have personality. Like, I'll bring up another one. You remember the one they had for Taylor and I think Pavlik, and Taylor was in the barbershop and the cats were cracking on him about the Winky Wright fight, talking about why you kept having your hands in your pocket. And that's when the time when he kept dropping his hands and backing up.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like that's what these niggas is missing. Like there's no one-liners, no witty, no zingers, no Broner type of buffoonery. It's like there's nothing. This is like the most blandest behind the scenes shit I've ever seen in my life.
Right. And it's just like, ugh. This is just like, it's just boring. Like it's only 20 minutes, but I'm like, it's just boring as hell. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's probably gonna be a couple more episodes. I know, unless they're probably gonna have one post-fight, show everyone's reaction and whatnot.
Please don't. We'll fall asleep and then do a post-fight one. Like, I don't want to know how y'all figured out how y'all gonna give Canelo the fight anyway. Like, I don't need to see how y'all did some. Unless y'all gonna follow the judges around, like. Because real talk, it's like, come on, man. Like, we already know the outcome. Maybe that's why these niggas ain't even hyped up, because everybody just know that Canelo's gonna win unless there's a knockout. Mm-hmm. No, we not even 100% sure in at that point. These niggas will make up a new rule and Canelo get dropped or knocked down.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna be looking like damn Octa and fucking what's it? The Reed fight. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
like, yo, what I say is this though. I think they need to hire a third party person or company. Maybe you got all these new videographers, you got all these people doing videos, all these producers, all these documentary niggas out now. Y'all got YouTube, y'all see who's out there. I mean, take a chance on somebody new and let them produce a show, a behind the scenes show. Get them some type of access, run some dialogue, some things, and just do something new, because all this damn this safe ass, square ass Oscar De La Hoya produced 40 Days or Golden Boy produced. This shit is weak, man. It's like no one gives a fuck. It's boring as shit. I'd rather watch fucking 17 fights of Miguel Vasquez and Corey Spinks on repeat.
Oh,
at least that's fucking boxing.
And that is serious right there, but also that's also real talk. Yeah, like I said, you know.
Hey, remember, I didn't say I'd rather watch Bartholomew and Easter again. I didn't go that far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shit. Vasquez and Corey Spinks got some decent fights.
Right, they do. That's real talk. You know, but yeah, it was just those episodes where we had to speak on that real quick, because those episodes they've been underwhelming as fuck, and it's just like, you know,
Step your weight up.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's just more like, okay, we're gonna have, you know, it's gonna happen, and yeah, that's it. And I shouldn't have to feel that way. It should be increasing my anticipation. But I'm just like, yeah, you know, it's gonna come and go.
Watching it.
Yeah.
Like you're doing a training orientation video at work, you gotta sit down and watch it.
Oh man. So yeah, you know, so whoever's behind that, step it up, you know, so we can get some real nigga shit in there, some real boxing footage in those episodes.
For real, some drills. Because it ain't always about sparring. You know, and even then, just be creative with it. Like, come on. Niggas ain't asking for your fucking government secrets and shit.
Right, exactly. So, so that brings us to the end of our, end of our podcast for tonight. LB, do you have any final thoughts?
Ringgangradio.com is the future. Y'all check us out. We have articles, boxing tutorial, training videos. We have Forgotten Fades, where we revisit classic fights that are no longer mentioned by most boxing fans. We have a Bars and Boxing album. We got the visuals to it. We got the Tyson Fury video out, the best Tyson Fury highlight video out.
Yep.
All the knockouts, all the fades, all the defense. You know what I'm saying? This ringgangradio.com is everything. Don't let me start fucking start posting the clothing out. You know what I mean?
Word.
Y'all don't want to see the Ring Gang hoodie, my nigga. But yeah, man, you know that ringgangradio.com, Patreon, Instagram, Podomatic, Twitter, Facebook. Don't forget Shutterworth Gold Artist album out. That's all, nigga. I done plugged everything.
Yep, you did, man. And then my final thought is just something that needs to be mentioned. You know, unfortunately, just this week we have the passing, of John Singleton. Now, if you grew up in the 90s, you came up in the 90s, you have your memories. John Singleton was the director behind some classic cinema out there. I mean, obviously the most well-known one is Boys in the Hood.
Classic.
It's a classic, pure classic. And then there was Higher Learning, and then there's Poetic Justice, and then the one movie that absolutely pissed me off to no end after I finished watching it. Yeah, of course, I'm talking about Rosewood. You know, I mean that movie itself is required viewing for for not just black people but for anybody. You know, because I saw that.
Especially if you from fucking Florida. If you born in Florida, you better goddamn see that movie and learn some history.
Yeah. And it's like I said, it's one of the few movies that had me side-eyeing some people. Just like I was just too heated.
Yo, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, but you saying that just remind me of a line from Sean Price when he said, "Watch Rosewood go outside and smack a cracker." R.I.P. Sean Price, man. And R.I.P. John Singleton, because that's what that's what even made me even mention that shit. So yeah, Rosewood classic. Yeah, man. I forgot all about it, man. Damn, I'm glad you mentioned it, man.
Yeah, I had to, man. Like I said, dude was a big part of like the 90s to the mid 2000s, in terms of being either a director, as producer, or a writer even. So yeah, man, it was a huge loss, and it's another thing because he's only 51 years old, man, 51. And died. Died of complications of a stroke. Just another like a warning, like black men out there, we gotta watch our health. Like I said, we only have one life to live. We got to make sure, we gotta watch ourselves. We gotta go to these doctors, but we gotta get these checkups, man. Because 51 is too young to go. And 51 is too young.
Especially if you got insurance. Because there are a lot of niggas I know paying top dollar got insurance, and they don't do checkups. They don't take their ass to the doctor. So it ain't even a money thing for some people. It's just they don't fucking do it. So that's the sad part of
Mm-hmm.
So y'all niggas stay up on that shit. My nigga Pat right.
Exactly, man. So like I said, rest in peace, John Singleton. So on that note, though, we're about to get up out of here, and we'll probably get at you at some point, maybe. Probably next Sunday or so, depending on how these fights play out, and then some other stuff. So until next time, it's this is a wonderful episode of Real Talk. We just had had plenty of real talk. So we'll see you next time. Peace.